Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. My name is Jack and this is your Watchalong. Football is back. Manchester United are back and Premier League action is back underway. Thank God. It has been a long 16 days. It really has. And that's how long it's been since United last played against Leicester in the Premier League. And it's been a good international break, I have to say. Not because of football or anything like that, but from a Manchester United standpoint, I think it's been very beneficial. We've got players back from injury. There's a feel-good factor starting to creep in around Manchester United as well. So let's hope we can bring that onto the pitch tonight against Nottingham Forest. But you're all welcome, guys. Welcome to another watch-along. Football is back again, and we've got a run-in now between now and the end of the season without any more international interruptions. Thanks be to God. Please do smash a like on the video, guys, if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers, so please do hit that. Jesus, the sound just came into my headphones here out of nowhere, so let me take that out real quick. Yeah, delighted to be back. Absolutely delighted to be back. Jump into the chat, say hello, let me know who's there, let me know who's in the chat, and we'll say hello to everybody. And get your score predictions in as well, as always, guys. We do have the starting 11 up on the screen. And interesting starting 11, it has to be said. Obviously, Andre Onana starts in goal. We've got a back three of Yoro, De Ligt and Mazraoui. I predicted De Ligt and Mazraoui. I thought it was going to be Maguire maybe over Yoro, but that doesn't seem to be. I'm happy either way. Absolutely, I am. Two wing backs then. Delo is on the right. Dorgu comes back in. His suspension, domestic suspension, is over, so he's now available. Two number sixes is which I didn't get right. Ugarte and Casemiro, which is quite a, I suppose, a pleasing surprise. I suppose Casemiro has been doing quite well lately. I think he probably does deserve a start, in fairness to him, and he hasn't been away on international duty either, so he should be fresh. The two number 10s then, guys. Bruno goes forward into the number 10 alongside Alejandro Garnacho, who's been doing really well before the international break in that right hand side of the two number 10s, and I would presume that's where he's going to be again today. And Joshua Zirkzee starts up front, guys. Rasmus Højlund drops to the bench, and I'm a little bit disappointed for Højlund. Obviously, he scored against Leicester before the break. He also scored for his country as well. So, you know, I thought maybe he might get the opportunity to continue that goal scoring form. But look, he drops to the bench, and hopefully he will have an impact off of it if he does come on. In relation to the bench then, guys, we do have Binder, Lindelof, Maguire, Amas, Mason Mount, Christian Eriksen, Sekou Kone makes the bench, which is great to see, Toby Collier and Rasmus Højlund. Obviously, our injuries then, Luke Shaw, Aidan Heaven, Kobbie Mainoo, Amad Diallo, Alessandro Martinez and Johnny Evans. So there we go. In relation to the Forest starting 11, guys, some good news from a United standpoint is that Chris Wood is still injured. He got a hip injury on international break, so he's not back. He missed the FA Cup game on the weekend as well. Sells in goal. Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo and Williams make up the back four. They've got Yates and Oliveira. Alongside Alanga, Gibbs, White and Anderson, and then I can never pronounce his name. Awani, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, that lad up front for Nottingham Forest. Who we got in the chat? Members, who have we got? Ben is there, John is in, D is there. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Ben says evening all. John says evening 2-1 to United. D is in. He says 3-1 to United. There we go. Happy days. Happy days. Yeah, and who else have we got in there? Young Sauce is in as well. He says, cheers, Jack. Pump for today's game. 2-1. Solid win for United. Mark is in. He says, hi, Jack. Hope all is well. Very excited for this match. Hopefully, we'll come out of Nottingham with a win and momentum into the derby. That I'll be attending. Happy days. You'll enjoy that. Josh says, glory, glory, Man United. 2-1 win tonight incoming. Happy days. Aaron is there as well. He says 3-1 to United. Dylan says, story, Jack. How's your week been? It's been good. Yeah, it's been good. Busy Tuesday night for me. Do the radio show locally here where I'm from. We do that from 6 to 7. So it was a race out of the studio to get home to do this as well. So yeah, but I'm buzzing. Happy days. Noel says, what's the story, Jack? I think it's going to be a draw for you. I did predict a 1-1 draw. That's my score prediction today, a 1-1 draw. But I would take a win, and I love the positivity in the chat. Ronan says, come on, United. Hi, Jack. Good to see you, Ronan. Thanks for joining us. And Dylan says, Highland on the bench. Bit surprised, but maybe Ruben thinks he won't have much of an impact in the big game. Well, look, maybe he's trying to orchestrate a little bit of an impact substitute role for Highland, because we know when he starts, we've seen the struggles that he's been going through, really, you know what I mean, and you go back to an awful lot this season, even last season, we were speaking about Garnacho as one of the young players as being, a lot more effective off the bench, so maybe that's going to be the case as well. Guys, we're going to start a goal. Now, again, this was asked. I was actually asked by a number of different people to do this through my DMs to start a super chat goal, and basically what it is, we put a timer on it of 2 hours, and if we hit 10 super chats, then one of the 10 people who have given a super chat will have a t-shirt of their choice of our merchandise. So again, look, there's absolutely no pressure into doing it, but a couple of people have asked me to do it. So if we do hit the 10 super chats throughout the live, we will pick one person randomly, and they can pick any t-shirt of their choice in our merch collection. So we'll get that up and running now, and I'll put it into the live chat here. No, there we go. So yeah, if it's something you want to get involved in, there we go. People have asked me to do it, so we'll do it because it's your community and not mine. Anyway, who have we got in? Oshin is in as well. Good to see you, Oshin. Anybody else suffering from United fatigue? I just want the season to be over. No, I'm not. I'm suffering from international break fatigue, because trying to make content and trying to talk about Manchester United while we've gone 16 days without a game is just draining. It really is. And especially when I had to start a daily United podcast the week before the international break, it's just typical then, where I've got to try and, scrape the bottom of the barrel on what we're talking. If anybody hasn't gone and checked out the newest podcast, please do. I will put the link. I don't actually have the link in the description, but I'll put it in now while we're talking. It's a daily Manchester United podcast, Man United Daily it's called, and obviously daily Man United podcasts about all of the news that's going on at the moment. Let me see, can I share a copy show link? There we go. And I'll put it here. Man United Daily Podcasts. There we go, on Spotify. What I'll do is we'll pin it in the live chat as well. So if you haven't done so, guys, do go check it out. Monday to Friday, every morning, 20 minutes or less of snippets of your Manchester United news. And if it's something you want to go and check out, do give us a 5-star review. Hit the follow button over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It's available on both of them platforms. And for any of the official channel members, you do also get it as a video format on YouTube as well. So I obviously record it here on camera, and I take the audio and upload it to Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but any of the members will get it every morning uploaded as a members only video. And I will as well be starting the classic Manchester United watch-alongs this week. The first one will be available this Saturday. So make sure, if you do want to get involved in that, there will be pre-records. I will let you know there will be pre-records. So I'll be doing watch-alongs for all a whole host of old Manchester United games, going all the way back to the '68 European Cup final. We'll continue to go through all of the and there's so many games that we can do. I've got a whole list of ones that I want to get through, and we'll mix it up. We won't just do all of the. I might start with the '68 European Cup final, and then we'll skip forward maybe to an FA Cup final in the 90s or whatever the case may be. So that's something you want, and you want to join as an official channel member. Link is in the description, like I said. But yeah, that's coming this week. Oshin says, basically what it is I want to go on another holiday this year, so start paying for the comment score. That's absolutely not what it is. You know what I mean? I've got my holidays booked already, so yeah, and they're paid for up front and everything already, so don't worry about that. It's just somebody asked me, 2 people asked me to do it, and supposedly it's very good at obviously getting super chats in, which is good for the channel, but it also gives people an opportunity to win some merchandise as well. So there we go. Anyway, generally the money that you would get by the super chats will be paid out to give people the merchandise anyway. So there we go. Don't do it if you don't want to. Bruno, player of the month thoughts. Absolutely deserved 100%. He's been absolutely fantastic over the last few weeks, and he's so underrated, really, isn't he? And he doesn't get the credit he deserves, to be quite honest with you, from opposition fans and Manchester United fans also, it has to be said. I think he's been absolutely phenomenal for United, and you know, when you see some of the nonsense online about United should sell him and so on and so forth, you know, it's absolute madness. And as well, what I always have in the back of my mind, Bruno Fernandes has given us the best years of his career with very little in return. You know, 2 FA Cups, 1 FA Cup, an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Is that it? I think that's it, to be quite honest with you. I think that's it. So yeah, there we go. I'm delighted for Bruno. I'm over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. She is in with the €2 super chat. Euro hoodie XL. T-shirts only. T-shirts only. T-shirts only. Appreciate it, man. Absolute. Loving the chat there for Oshin. First super chat out of 10 for somebody to go and win a piece of merchandise. So there we go. Let's see. Heard Amram was in the running for manager of the month. He is. I don't know what. That's probably tomorrow. Is that going to be announced? I think. I'm not 100% sure. Aaron says, are you still doing the Trident podcast? Sorry for the spelling. We are. It's still around. We're on a bit of a hiatus after 3 episodes. And the reason being is that Joe, who's one of the 4 of us involved in it, he's in Washington doing a play for 5 weeks. So we're on a little bit of a hiatus at the moment, but we will be returning. 100% we will be returning, and that's the plan. We said we'd started when we were first talking about it. We were saying, will we just wait until the start of next season to do it? And we kind of came to the conclusion that we should start it now. You know, get the ball rolling on it, dip our toes in the water, so on and so forth. And when some of these hiccups come up, at least then we can start next season all guns blazing. But yeah, absolutely, the Trident podcast will return. It will return. 100%. Big A is in. He says, what's up, gang? Hoping for a win tonight. Come on, United. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining again. Jamie says, howdy, mate. How are you all doing? Did you see United are linked to a young player from South America? Kid is talented. I'm not sure who that was, to be honest with you, but let us know his name. Real Madrid are planning a 90 million move for Bruno in the summer. They won't get Bruno. They won't get. But again, I spoke about this a little bit. If a £90 million bid comes in for Bruno, I think United seriously have to consider it. I think, you know, like being realistic here and being, I suppose, business savvy in terms of not just financially, but having to have a pretty significant rebuild with this Manchester United squad. I mean, do you automatically turn down a 90 million bid for a 30-year-old? I mean, you've got to seriously consider it. You really, really do. So let's see what happens with that one. Ben with the super chat. Let's help the channel out, I suppose. Appreciate the love, man. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. As always, let's see. Mark says, where would we be without Bruno? If I was him, I would be gone by now. He's outrageous. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. How are the cameos going? Look at me boosting your other revenue streams. Well, the cameos, I knew the cameos weren't going to be too hectic. I've done 2 so far. So, yeah, there we go. But, yeah, if you want a cameo, go check me out on Cameo. If you want a shout out, There you go. So yeah, revenue streams. Yeah, the only revenue stream I'm pretty much getting is from the members. So on YouTube, that's it. So there we go. I take 90 million, says Aaron. There we go, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. You know, are we naive enough to say that we shouldn't be seriously considering a £90 million bid for a 30-year-old player? I mean, as much as I love Bruno, I do think we've got to really consider an offer if something like that comes in. I genuinely do. But again, I don't think that's going to happen, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we're going to see, bids from Real Madrid for Bruno Fernandes. I can't see it happening, to be quite honest with you. I really can't. But anyway, let's have a look here and see how we're getting on. Let's get the ball rolling here, I think.
I'm Tony Cascarino.
Let's get the ball rolling here. Let's get the fucking ball rolling. Come on, Manchester United. All right. 5 gifted memberships in the chat straight away. All right. And let's get the ball moving. Buzzing for United to be back. And there we go. Warren, Shane, Waza, Gaz, and Rohan. Welcome to the members club. And yeah, there we go. Happy days. I'm feeling generous tonight. Happy days. There we go. Big A says, straight up, happy to see him go. I don't rate him whatsoever. 90 mil would be super. You don't rate Bruno Fernandes. I mean, let me throw some stats at you here. Okay. Bruno Fernandes. Now, this is just the league alone. Actually, do you know what? What we'll do is we'll go all the way down here. Okay. 32 goal contributions out of 44 games this season in one of the worst Manchester United sides in history. 16 goals, 16 assists. Okay. Last year, sorry, it takes a second to load. 15 goals and 13 assists in 48 games. Okay, throughout all competitions. And that was a quiet year for him. Year before, 14 and 14. So 14 goals, 14 assists, 22-23 in 59 games. The year before then, 2021-2022. It's not loading. It might. (2021-2022), 10 goals, 14 assists in 46 games. And then he signed for us, didn't he, in 2020. Yeah, I mean, that was an unbelievable season. 58 games. Oh, that was all for United. Actually, no, he was there fully for United. Yeah, 58 games for United that season. 28 goals and 17 assists. Bruno Fernandes has been our greatest player since he signed. He's been the best midfielder in the league since he signed. Nobody else has topped these stats. You know, I'm a big fan. I really am, I have to say. D says, welcome to the members club, folks. Absolutely. Sabaibre, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, Jamie. I'll take a look at it. I'll absolutely take a look at it. Oshin says, Bruno does fit Real's age profile, but I can see some big bids coming in. United are back, says D. Thank F. There we go. Absolutely. Each to their own. Absolutely, Big A. Yeah, absolutely. Each to their own. Some people rate them, some people don't. I just think I'm scared to think where we would be over the last few years without Bruno's goal involvements. You know what I mean? And I know there are parts of his game that, you know, are difficult to look at. You know, there's petulance and throwing his arms up in the air and whinging and moaning and so on and so forth. But I mean, that's the modern game now, really, isn't it? It's the modern game. Throat is dry, but it's great to have United back. It's great to have football back, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, I mean, I think the international break did come at a good time for United. You know, Maguire and Yaro coming back was really big, because going into the international break, all of a sudden we had Martinez gone, Maguire gone, Heaven gone, Yaro gone, and we were going, oh, you know, we were looking at Lindelof playing, and of course Matraoui has done exceptional when he's gone into one of the back threes. But yeah, I mean, it's good to have Maguire and Yaro and a bit of depth back into the defence as well, which is good, and it also frees up. Well, I suppose not frees up, but it also allows Matraoui to drop in. Dorgu's coming back in on that left-hand side as well, and it just gives us a bit of balance, really, doesn't it? What about Dorgu? Can't wait to see this young lad blossom. Yeah, I mean, he's had a really, really good start to his Manchester United career, hasn't he? And look, I mean, not to put a negative spin on it, but he's got to be consistent now, you know, over the next few months and years, because there's an awful lot of players who start well at Manchester United, you know, and that, you know, we talk a lot about young players getting their first team opportunities, and they tend to start really well, you know, and we've seen it throughout history with Manchester United, you know, Makedas and, you know, even the likes of Powell scoring on his debut and Rashford, and, you know, the list goes on and on, of course it does. And when the dust settles, then you kind of realise what type of player you really have. And I think when we're talking about new players coming in, I think you can kind of categorise them in the same way. A lot of players tend to come in, hit the ground running, do really, really well. They're on the buzz for playing for Manchester United, but have got to do it on a consistent basis then. But I do think, from what I've seen, and I watched Denmark and Portugal the other night, and Dorgu was fantastic on that left-hand side. He really, really was fantastic, I have to say. John with the super chat, please fund Jack's halftime potatoes. There we go. Yeah, all these super chats coming in. I might not have to buy a multi-pack anymore. I could just go down and spend, you know, £1 or €1.20 or whatever it is on, you know, just a proper bag of potatoes. You never know. Bover is in. He says, haven't been on in a while. Nice to see everyone is still here. Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for joining us again. If we beat Forest, the Europa League is coming home. All right, well, they have no relevance to each other, but okay. I mean, positivity, I like it. I'll take it. Absolutely, I will. Thoughts on Rashford getting 2 goals for Villa in the FA Cup? I'm absolutely over the moon. I have to say I am. I really am. Rashford scoring 2 goals and doing well at Villa. You can have all of the opposition fans and all of the United fans as well that are Rashford fanboys saying, you know, so see, look, it's United, you know, it's United's fault that he wasn't playing well. Bollocks. You know, Rashford has been inconsistent throughout 5 managers, and he will go through consistent phases again throughout his career. I hope he does absolutely phenomenal between now and the end of the season, because it means he's in the shop window, and it means we can get rid of him on a permanent deal. And it's not because I dislike Rashford. I don't. I've said it so many times that I think, and I wished that Rashford was the, you know, the number 1 name on the team sheet week in, week out. But it's not worked. It has not worked, and it's time for him to move on. So the better he can do between now and the end of the season with Aston Villa, and the more goals he can score, the better for Manchester United, the better for Marcus Rashford. Because it means we can garnish a higher fee for him in the summer, and that can only be a good thing. It really can. Imagine Dorgu and Ahmad as wing backs. Oh man, that's sexy, says Aaron. There you go. Well, look, it's going to be interesting to see how the right wing back position shapes up, because are we going to go into the transfer market and try and sign another right wing back, or is Ruben Amorim going to go, no, let's put that money elsewhere, and, you know, we'll look at maybe Ahmad as being the right wing back for at least next season. It's going to be interesting to see, and I hope that's the case, because it probably frees up a lot more money than to go out and get a striker, or to go out and get another centre back, couple of centre midfielders, whatever the case may be, and you know, let's get this show on the road with this rebuild as quickly as possible. What's this stuff going round about Sancho, Chelsea paying us $5 million to take him back? So basically, there is a renege clause pretty much in the loan deal with Sancho, where Chelsea can pay $5 million not to go through with the obligation. So basically, they will be giving us $5 million not to buy him. Now, you know, as a as a player, what must you think if a club, your current club, could potentially pay 5 million not to have you? You know what I mean? Not to have you. It's absolute craziness, to be quite honest with you. Absolute crazy. So again, I'm not too sure. I would be surprised if that happens. Again, Chelsea can get him in for 25 million. There's been some talks of him, Chelsea buying him and trying to flip him then to Borussia Dortmund. But I mean, with the kind of money that Chelsea throw around willy-nilly, I think if there was ever a club that would come along and just say, here's 5 million, we don't want him anymore, it would be Chelsea. But there are going to be teams interested. Look, there's been reports as recent as a couple of hours ago suggesting that Borussia Dortmund want him back on a permanent deal in the summer. But can they afford his wages? Is he willing to drop him? I don't know. John is in with the super chat. Hey you, good to see you, John. Thanks for supporting the channel as always. Good to see you in the chat again. Appreciate the support, my man. Absolute legend. Oh, she says freedom. Yeah, the freedom fighter. Jaden Mandela. Some people have been calling him. So, yeah. Ham is in. He says, what's the crack? It's Hamels, just on a different account. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. Fearless is in as well. Good to see you, pal. And John says 3-1 United. There we go. Come on now. Get your score predictions in as well, guys, if you haven't done so already. Players in the tunnel. Less than 5 minutes to go before kick-off here. Absolutely buzzing. Do. David Rice is in. Of course he is. 2-1. I hope your injury's getting worse. 2-1 Forest. Look, realistically, it could be 2-1 Forest. Look, Forest are favourites going into the game, aren't they? But yeah, look, let's here's to hoping for a positive result. How's the leg coming along as well, lad? Let us know. Let us know. Ham says, I'm actually shitting myself. Forest are so good, I'm scared. Yeah, but I mean, their main man is missing. Chris Wood, he's missing tonight. So Keane is in. Longest international break ever. I think it has been. Someone said, was it the Talk of the Devils podcast? I think were saying that it's been the longest international break in like 20 years or something, which is madness to think about. You know what I mean? What are you watching it on? I'm watching it on. Remember the TVs that used to get wheeled into the class? Now all of the younger kids in the chat here won't remember this, but remember when the television got rolled in on wheels in school on that big tall 2 or 3? You had the VHS player underneath the television then on the stand. That's what I'm watching it on. This is not Bluetooth connected to the telly because it's an old telly. I'm actually on a call with someone that's in the City Ground in Nottingham at the moment, so he's keeping me up to date on the commentary. Now, see what happens when your imagination runs away with itself. Dylan says, we've played well against top 4 teams this year. We have. We absolutely have. Yeah. Fira says, I remember them. Yeah. The big TVs on the big stands. Teacher would wheel them in. And you wouldn't know sometimes that, you were getting TV. And then all of a sudden the teacher would just come in out of nowhere. Door would be at the bottom of the class. And where's the teacher gone? Comes back in with a telly. And then you're like, fucking yes. Come on. I was being genuine last time I give you a super chat. Chris is in. 3-1 United. Happy days. Come on. I hope you're right. Fearless says, just shows my age. There you go. Keane says, I had one of the watches that turned off the telly, drove the teacher mad. I remember them with all of the buttons on it. Yeah, I remember them. Kids probably ask what that big thing is hanging off the back of the TV nowadays. Probably, Ben. Probably. Is it Goldbridge on the phone? Nah. He rang me a couple of times, but I didn't answer. Will Mount make an appearance today? Maybe. I'm all for it. We've got one more ad coming up, guys, before the game starts. Skip it if it comes up for you. We'll get it out of the way now before the game starts. But yeah, ready to rock and roll here. Ready to rock and roll. Happy days. Come on now, lads. A victory here now. A victory. Did you see the offer for Manu to PSG for 60 million? I didn't, Chris. I'll have to take your word on it for the moment. I didn't see it, no. Interesting. Right, ready to go. And we're up and running. Come on now, boys. Come on now. When I was a kid, the remote... When I was a kid, I was the remote before Dad bought the new TV. Yeah, get up and change that channel there. Yeah, the buttons on the TV. Coney on the bench, absolutely. Got to get the win today, says Barry. It's a big one. From Romano. Ooh, Fabrizio has been speaking, has he? I need to turn back on my notifications about Fabrizio. I don't see anything on his. I don't see anything on his Twitter page. But anyway. It was a big one from Romano. Yeah, I'd say maybe the 1st of April has something to do with it somehow or another. Why is this fucking headset keep disconnecting? But yeah, I would say the date has something to do with some of these reports coming out. I would say. Player terms agreed close to 200k. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. We've caught you. We've caught you. And look, Oisin trying to jump on board as well in your own little group chat behind the scenes. Let's get him. Ooh. Fucking dickheads. Now, United enjoying a bit of possession here at the start of the game. Just waiting for my headset to connect here again. Oh, here's Garnacho now on that right-hand side. Just runs it out over the end line. Decent start by United. Decent start, has to be said. Decent start. Theatre is in. He says, hello, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Can you get a refund in a super chat? Abuse on leave. Then there you go. See, just, getting called out on your lies. Class kids today. Yeah, that blue one. I'm gone with this one today. The old AIG one. Name, who does that kit remind you of? Who does that kit remind you of? First player that comes to mind. I've got it in my head anyway. Ben Dunn says Nanny. That's the exact player that comes to my mind when I see this jersey. It's Nanny straight away. So it is. John O'Shea, Liverpool, says, Ben, I think that was a different white kit, Ben. I think that was a different one. If I'm correct. I think this was around 2010, was it maybe? And that goal against Liverpool, I think, was I think it was a few years earlier now. United starting really well here now. Bruno with a strike! Oh, and it's a good save, and it's a corner to United. Really, really bright, positive start by United here. Attacking, going forward, looking really positive, aggressive into challenges, and winning the ball high up. Nice ball by Garnacho into Bruno's feet. And it's bouncing just before the goalkeeper. Sells has to tip it around the corner. Good start, good start. Now, first corner of the game to Man United. Bruno to swing it in here. Ball swung into the near post, headed away. Comes back to Bruno. He puts it back across. Really good ball and a good header away. Alanga can break now. And this is where Forest are dangerous. They've got numbers over on the left-hand side. 2v2. Oh, real danger. Alanga with the strike. It's 1-0 to Forest. Anthony Alanga against his old club. What a counter-attack. What a counter-attack. The first attack of the game. Oh, and United just get absolutely blitzed. Anthony Alanga uses his pace and he stays strong. Garnacho tries to foul him about 40 yards from goal and just can't get the challenge in. Alanga keeps his composure, left-footed strike into the far corner, and we were 30 seconds earlier we were saying what a great start by Manchester United, and it's turned into a horrendous start. Brilliant header away, and Alanga is off, and who's chasing him? It's Dorgu chasing him, and he's not getting anywhere near him. Garnacho is with him, but he tries to put a challenge in. He's got a runner on the left. Dorgu tries to stop the shot, but it goes all the way past Onana, and it's 1-0. Fuck it. You've got to give credit to Forest. Not Forest. You've got to give credit to Anthony Alanga. It's an absolutely unbelievable individual goal. He runs the length of the pitch and slots it away. Oh, brilliant play, says Barry. Jesus Christ Almighty, says Keane. Yeah, says Young Sauce. Terrible, says Keane. He couldn't do that for us then. Can the international break get extended? But it all starts with an unbelievable header at the back from Nottingham Forest. And, I mean, Alanga just uses his pace. What's going on? What is Onana doing there? He jumps and turns in midfield. Doesn't even move. There's nothing anybody could do about that. That's a quality goal. He switches it onto his left foot and just slots it. He hits the side netting with power and pace. Good first touch by Delo there. He's away up the right hand side. Good positive run. Header by Bruno! Right at the goalkeeper. And again, I go back to what I've said, is that United have started really well. And they continue that. Forest have had one breakaway and it's been an unbelievable piece of individuality. Oh, Bruno gets a good header on the ball. He just heads it down the throat of the goalkeeper. Anyway. Terraman says, knew I was missing something during the international break. My depression watching United play. I'm actually quite happy with how we've started the game, even though we're a goal down. It's crazy to think. I mean, sometimes you just have to hold your hand up and say it was an individual piece of brilliance. Josh says, I seen a post about Gyökeres wanting to go to United. If it's April Fools or any truth in it. There's been conflicting reports about Gyökeres. I don't think we'll know who we're going for in terms of a striker until the Europa League is over for us. If we win it, then I think we can go for the likes of Gyökeres and Osman. If we don't win it, I think it's probably more likely that Liam Delap will be our first choice, to be honest. Oh, Mazraoui just loses his footing there now, and Elanga wins it back. Here's Gibbs White now. Yeah, Casemiro does well, and but Forest back in possession now. They look dangerous. They look sharp. That's a good tackle. Well done, Garnacho. Really good tackle. On to Xerxes now. And again, Forest pressing really intensely, but United come away with it well. Garnacho now with a ball around the corner for Dorgu to run on top, but it's intercepted and back to the goalkeeper. So I missed the goal. Nulling, what happened? We had a corner. They headed it clear, and Anthony Elanga just turned on the afterburners. Here's Garnacho now, pulls it for Dorgu on the edge of the box, and the shot is blocked. But United have started really well, to be honest with you. Looked a better team. It's just it's one piece of brilliance from Elanga in the breakaway, and nobody could catch him. Ran the length of the pitch and slotted it away. Putting in a challenge would have helped. Well, in fairness to Garnacho, he tried. Garnacho was the only one that was able to keep pace with him, and he tried, but Elanga just rode the tackle and away he went. But again, I mean, United have started really brightly here. Majority of the possession, majority of the chances, looking the most dangerous, looking very positive and direct with their play. Although Mazraoui. Chris did champion Chris Wood at one point. Can't see him leaving Champions League Forest for relegation. United. Yeah, you've got to be very, very careful though about who you actually go and sign. We've seen an awful lot of players being one-hit wonders, especially strikers. You know, Roque Santa Cruz springs to mind for Blackburn. Remember that? Remember how good he was for one season? Never heard of him again after it. United have a corner here. D says, Casemiro dropped a bit of weight, gained a bit of fitness, or is it just that kit? No, I do think he shedded a few pounds. He seems to do a kind of a Rooney on it and come back from pre-season with a bit of timber. And it's October, November time before he kind of hits the ground running. And he hasn't been getting a lot of game time either, so he does look a little bit leaner than normal. Now, corner's going to be an outswinger. Bruno Fernandes. Ball into the box now. Header. Oh, it's wide at the near post by Casemiro. Michu for Swansea is the ultimate one-hit wonder. Yeah. Who was the guy as well that went to City? Was it Bolly? I think. Someone like that, I think. He had one good season with, was it Bolton or someone? Bonnie, yeah, Bonnie, yeah. So come on, Wilfred Boney. Scum goes for Swansea. Yeah, I remember him now. Joe's in, says, Cardiff City fan here. Good luck, United. There we go. Good to see you, Joe. Thanks for joining us. Nice feet there by Dorgu to get away. Does really well. Here's Bruno now. Dorgu has continued his run. Xerxes now, nice little interlink play there. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's good play by United. It's good play. An awful lot of space on the right-hand side if we could work the ball around. Delo is screaming for it. Little ball over the top to Xerxes now, trying to get in around the shoulder of the defender. Good battling there, and Xerxes does really well to win a corner. Great battling there by Xerxes. Real good battling. Good 50-50 challenging there. Now it's going to be Bruno. This is United's third corner already. It goes to show how positive we've been. Bruno now swings it in. Again, it's a good header away. It'll come back out to Bruno. It's going to be another corner. Warren says, imagine being at the start of the season and saying one of these two teams will be in the top 4 heading to Wembley for the FA Cup and not being United. Yeah. It's a shame, isn't it? Real shame. Corner swung in again now. Deeper this time. Oh, keeper gets a good hand on it. And Forrester breaking again. Oh, Masraoui is yet to commit. They've got players running. Oh, Jesus, on the counter-attack. They're absolutely lightning quick. United do get numbers back behind now and have slowed it down, forced them a little bit wide. Yeah, they've done well to force them back as well. You've got to do something to stop them counter-attacks from corners. Serious question, Jack. Has Trump imposed any tariffs on you yet? Let's bring in some eyebrow. Yeah. Let's not talk about politics. There's no point because we're talking about the same things now as probably our parents did back in the 80s. So what's the point? They're all corrupt. They're all the same. None of them do anything. What is this linked passing? Amarim's transforming us. This is magical. And we're one down. We're playing well, in fairness. You know what I mean? We're playing well. United give it away now. Oh, yeah. De Ligt is well positioned to clear. Just need to be careful a little bit. But yeah, make sure you smash the like button, guys, if you haven't done so. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. On the road to 15,000 subscribers. It'd be great to get there before the end of the season if we could. So if you are new, do hit that subscribe button. Cross now by Forrest back into the box. Dorgu with a header. Masraoui doubles on. It comes to Elanga. Forrest keeping it now. Yeah, United do well. Keep their position. Looking to play out. Yeah, it's really good football by United. Close, little 5-10 yard passing to play out. It's really good. And a nice ball to Xerxes. He gets it around the corner to Dorgu. Garnacho's acres of space. Oh, sells. The goalkeeper sees it. And he's out on the edge of his box and nearly takes a massive hit by his own central defender. But again, it's really good football for United. It's intricate play at the back. Composure to play out. And when we do find the spaces, we're quick to attack. It's just really good goalkeeping. Great play by Dorgu. United have 76% of the possession so far in this game. Oh, great tackle there by Masraoui on Elanga. Brilliant tackle. Needs a bit of help though, boys. Come on, get up to him. What's the stats like on our first game after the international break? Well, let's have a look here and see. Let's have a look. See. 2-1 on target in United's favour. Possession 69% for United. United have 4 corners to 0. I mean, the stats are heavily in United's favour. One breakaway opportunity and they score. You know, why can't we do that? See, that's that's something about the modern game that I don't understand. You know, Dorgo had the ball there. There was no one forward of him, no opposition player forward of him for probably 20 yards, 30 yards that he could carry the ball into. But he doesn't. He goes inside. I just don't get that. Ball over the top now, looking for Garnacho. Forrest deal with it. Alanga does really well. I mean, Alanga's causing absolute havoc. He is on one tonight, so he is. He is on a lovely one. Yeah, Delict just stands strong. Good defending. I appreciate all that, Jack, and the hard work, but what I meant was wins, losses, and draws. So United's wins, losses, and draws in the league table. Is that what you're asking? We've had 10 wins, 7 draws, and 13 losses. 37 goals scored, 41 goals conceded, minus 4 goal difference. You asked for it. I mean, I didn't want to read it out. That's Forest for you, says James. I know, unfortunately. But again, I mean, if United can continue this vein of form, looking good, you know what I mean, looking positive, playing well, creating chances. After the internet, like, what are you asking me? What's the stats like on our first game after the international break? I gave you the stats, didn't I? Well, I don't know what you're asking me. Fuck off! Now, here's Garnacho. Edge of the box. Goes wide to Delo. Back to Garnacho on the end line. Looks for the cross. It's well blocked and Forrest will come away with it. But again, United pressing big, pressing well. Yeah, Bruno gives away a free. Unlucky though. Oh, he nearly gets a touch on the ball. Very, very unlucky. Any Supermax today? No Supermax today. No Supermax today. In recent years, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? In recent years, how do we do in the first game after the international break? How many wins, losses, draws? See, this is what I should have asked for. You should have asked that first time. But how the fuck am I supposed to know that? You know what I mean? Here's Alanga away again now. He's got someone on the overlap. It's good defending there by Casemiro. Like, where am I supposed to get them stats from? You know what I mean? I have no idea. You've got Google. Fucking Google it. Ball over the top now to Garnacho. Good header away. Last season, Garnacho would have shifted and tried to curl that in. Need to be braver around the box, and we can get a positive result here. I agree. Yeah, I agree. John says Nottingham is playing ollie ball. Yeah, counter-attacking football. This is the reason I pay my membership. Dance boy. Get the stats. Chop, chop. Here's Garnacho now. Loads of space to run into in the middle of the park. Has Bruno to the left. Xerxes through the middle. Oh, it just takes a heavy touch. Gets it to Bruno. Ah, get out of it, referee. What are you talking about? Free out. Probably was a free in fairness. Opta have pointed out that United are actually unbeaten in our last 6 outings on the back of international break. All right, very good. Very good. Also, it's just been said on the commentary here that United, if they win tonight, will have won back-to-back Premier League games for the first time this season, which means we ain't going to win. Not, I believe. Come on! Yeah, United are doing really well in tight spaces. I have to say, we're doing really well. Here's Garnacho now. Gets it wide to Delo. He's looking for a cross into the box, and it's deflected wide for another corner. Good positive play again by United up that right-hand side. I did have us down for a clean sheet. How naive was I? Yeah. Yeah. Outswinger now by Bruno. Header by Delo at the near post. Hits the crossbar. Pouncing around keeper. Oh, De Ligt was there. It's a free out. Keeper goes down like a fucking pansy. Really good header by Delo at the near post. Looping. Oh. Yeah, Lenny Yaro goes in on it. Yeah. Ruben Amorim, you bring the glory days again. I'm back in from the Stratford end. Ruben Amorim, the glory days again. Ruben Amorim, you bring the glory days again. We're back in from the Stratford end. I'm having a debate here, Jack. Help me out. What club was the Forest manager at before Forest? Am I right in saying Wolves? No, he was at Spurs, wasn't he? Yeah, so his clubs were Valencia, Porto, Wolves, Spurs, and then he was at Al Ittihad in Saudi for a year and then came to Nottingham Forest. So there we go. Back in from the Stratford end. When it goes around. Ruben Amorim. Possibly the best United chant of recent years. It's really good, isn't it? Nice ball to Garnacho now. He's going to run at the defence. He's got Bruno for support. Goes to him. Bruno with a strike. Oh, it's well blocked. United still have it now. Delo on the right-hand side. Get an early touch on it now. Ball into the box is headed away. Bruno does really well to win it back. United putting on some pressure here. Here's Garnacho. You need to go wide. You need to go wide. Here's Delo now. Back to Garnacho. Heavily involved Garnacho is here. Back to Delo. Casemiro now is going to cross it. Back post. Dorgu was up early. But Forest deal with it. United pressing high though. Masraoui, no foul. Ah, no. Amorim. Sorry, I'm listening to the United fans. You can hear them on the TV. They're singing it. Ruben Amorim. Bring the glory days again. We're back from the Stratford end. And around. I'm making a house mix of that chant. Send it to me, John, when it's done, will you, please? I'll put it up on my socials. You never know, you might make a few bob out of it. Dylan is smoking something because he's saying, I'm calling it now United for the Prem next year. No chance. You never know, but yeah, I mean, highly unlikely. Bruno loses out. Oh, and it's just for a bit of sloppy play by Nottingham Forest. It would have been in. But they've got possession back again here. Masraoui not had his best 30 minutes in the United shirt. Needs to calm down and get back to what he was doing before international break. Need him solid. I don't think he's done too bad. I mean, I think he's defended decent enough. He hasn't stood out as being poor to me. Kevin is in. Good to see you, Kevin. Thanks for joining us. Amorim did it with Sporting in his first full season. He did. It's different winning the Portuguese league than the Premier League, though. I mean, I hope you're right. Don't get me wrong, Dylan. I hope you're spot on. Yeah, it's a corner. De Ligt has to deal with it and puts it away for a corner. If you get in a decent striker, a CM, a keeper, a DM, and a right wing back and a left wing back, we might challenge for top 4. But, I mean, look. Like, a striker... If we had a striker in this team, I think we would be probably up there for we'd be challenging for top 4, I reckon. You know? And I go back to what I've said. Man, hold on now. Garnacho's way up the right hand side. No. Manchester United have created more big chances in the Premier League this season than Nottingham Forest have. But the difference is, Chris Wood is having the season of his life. And he's massively outperforming his XG. You know? We don't have that. We need to stop goals going in the other end too. I've re-evaluated my stance. Keeper and number 9 are priority. Yeah. I also think a big influence on games that doesn't show up in stats is United conceding, United conceding on the back of not scoring. If you know what I mean. You know, we go through the game playing really well and creating loads of chances and not taking them. And a lot of games this season would have been a hell of a lot different if United had have got or put away one of the early chances that they had, you know. And that doesn't show up on, you know, stats or anything like that, you know. Chris says Garnacho is offered today. He's heavily involved in everything. I don't think he's done an awful lot wrong. He hasn't had too many chances. The chances seem to be falling to others around him. Bruno. So what you're saying is the team that scores the most goals usually win. That's pretty Michael Owen it, yeah. But you know what I mean. I mean, how many times have we been all here together this season watching Man United, and we should be 3-0 up after half an hour and we're not because we can't finish our dinner, you know, and then all of a sudden we lose the game 1-0 or 2-0, you know, because we don't go and take our chances. It's desperately frustrating, you know. "85 metres in 9 seconds, Alanga covered." Now 85 metres in that amount of time mightn't seem too far, but with the bloody ball then as well. I mean, Dorgu couldn't even catch him, and Dorgu's not slow. Well done, Mazraoui. Does really well. Steps into the pocket now. Back to Bruno. Bruno switches it to Delo on the right hand side. Gets a good first touch out of his body. Here's Garnacho now. Into Casemiro. Nice little 1-2. He just gets smothered. Yeah, he just gets crowded out of there. But United still have possession now with De Ligt on the centre circle. Chris says he may be involved but not making the right decisions, not clear and decisive. Maybe so, yeah. Cross into the box now. Header away at the far side. It's going to be a throw to United. If you could sign just one player this summer with the hopes of making top 4, who would it be? In world football, anyone? Probably Isak, to be honest with you. Hushin says, I hear you, but I still think Onana is on borrowed time. I agree. I think he is on borrowed time. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like an All Black from Atletico. Could be the Van der Sar-esque signing we need. Maybe so. And look, we know the longevity that goalkeepers have. And, you know, Van der Sar signed for us. I think he was 35, was he? You know, brilliant. If you were to try for a new number 9 and keeper, who? Well, we mentioned both of them there. United doing really well now. Good ball by Garnacho out to the right hand side. Dalot just cuts in. Goes to Casemiro. Yeah, now back to Garnacho, who has a bit of space. Nice little ball to Dalot. He pitches one up to argue. Crosses could be better, lads. They could be better. Good play there with Garnacho and Dalot and Casemiro there on that right hand side. Yeah, that's a United ball. That's a United ball. All day, that's a United ball. How is that going the other way? Ref has the game stopped here. Bit of RG, bit of handbags. Get up, you fucking... What an absolute coward. Danilo gets subbed off for a tactical sub. And he comes off and shakes hands and doesn't cry about it. Kevin says Onana only stops shots in his radius, doesn't actually get across the goal or dive. I agree. He's very static. Very static. So he is. And he looks small in the goal as well. It looks like his arms are not that big either, you know. When you see, you know, go to the blurred history shot of De Gea saving goals. You know, big, long-armed reaching. Yeah, the usual. Paul is in from Cape Town, South Africa. Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for joining us, as always. Hope you're keeping well. But yeah, smash the like button, guys. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. Highland and Ericsson getting warmed up on the sideline here as well, alongside, who's that? He has his back turned to me. Collier there as well. Don't tell me you're getting misty-eyed over De Gea now. No, I'm not. I think De Gea is a better goalkeeper than Onana, though. You know? Onana falls and doesn't dive, yeah. Now, look, I don't think there's anything he could have done with this one. You know what I mean? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here as well. But overall, as a goalkeeper, he hasn't been good enough. Warren says, to be fair, even shots in his radius... He has a habit of parrying them back into danger areas. Kind of slowed down a little bit. The tempo has gone out of the game the last maybe 5 minutes or so. Question as a coach, are keepers now trained to push the ball back infield as opposed to out of play or the wings? Any goalkeeping drills I'm watching, they're parrying them back into the middle. That can't be the case. Now, again, I'm not an expert on goalkeeping drills, but that just doesn't... That you know, from... You know, I played for 25 years and I've watched the game all my life. That just doesn't make any sense to me, if it is true. Oh no, De Ligt has gone down here. He's in serious trouble here. He's in a lot of pain. Just coming together. Two of them going for a header. Let's have a look here again. Oh no, he twists his ankle. That's ligaments. That's how you do your ligaments. Oh no. Oh no, fuck's sake, man. He's up on his feet already, which is good, but well, let's hope that's not too serious. Now ball in to the back post, headed back across. Headers there. Onana saves. 6 minutes of added time as well, guys. So we're about 90 seconds into that already. De Ligt is moving. He's not moving well. So he isn't. That hurt my ankle. Sort of tough to watch, isn't it? Dave says, out of all of the defenders we've got, what three would you go for? I think Martinez, De Ligt, and Heaven. Well, Martinez and Heaven are in the same position. They're both left-footed. So it's one or the other. I think probably the future back three that I would like to see. If De Ligt keeps this level of consistency up, I'm all for De Ligt to be the centre back in that three, and then have Yoro on the right and Heaven on the left. I mean, that's top notch in my opinion. Nice. Oh, he's probably offside, but Garnacho's in. Yeah, it's a great tackle. The ref doesn't put the flag up either. Yeah, heavy touch by Garnacho allows the defender in on him, and it's probably the kind of things that Chris has been talking about. Lovely switch by Lenny Ora now. Here's Dorgu. Bruno. Again, I mean, the press of Nottingham Forest in their own third has been very good. They're in United's face. Ball over the top now. Garnacho does well to get the second ball. Bruno gets it wide to Dorgu. Bit of space. Back to Bruno. Forest have all the numbers back. Casemiro's going to strike one! Wide. Jeez, he connected with it. You lose it, you bust a gut winning it back, says Warren. Ushin says, what's the story with Brandon Williams and possible prison time? Don't know, to be honest. Wazza says, the whole team momentum gone out the window by Captain Chaos with his childish, petulant behaviour off the ball and failing in doing simple things. Same story as always. Really? Momentum gone because of Bruno. I don't know. Right, guys, halftime. 1-0. And look, I mean, I'm going to say it again. United were the better team in that first half. Absolutely the better team. And yeah, I mean, I think we're unlucky to be 1-0 down, to be quite honest with you. Now, you can't. Unlucky is probably a harsh way of putting it, considering it was a piece of brilliance by Elanga. But let's go grab a bag of potatoes. Let me fill up my water. Back in 2 seconds. We'll get the ad out of the way now as well. And we'll talk about the first half. Right, we're back. Right. Hushin says, half-time thoughts. Going by what I've heard from Jack, our forward three very quiet. Midfield can't get a hold of the ball, and their press and counter-attacks has them 1-0 up. Is that accurate? Well, I think maybe the forward three have been quiet-ish. I think our midfield can get hold of the ball. I think we've been doing very well. I mean, the possession stats would suggest that as well. We're creating chances. I mean, I think it's been a positive first half, to be honest with you. I think we've defended quite well, bar maybe 2 counter-attacks where we could have been positioned a little bit better. But the majority of that first half is positive, in my eyes. I mean, stats-wise, what are we talking here? Let's have a look. We've had more shots on target. We've got 69% possession. We've got 5 corners. We've got more crosses. So yeah, I mean, the stats are heavily in United's favour. I think we're the better team in that half. Now again, there are improvements that you could bring in. Decision making. I agree with what Chris has said there. The more I look at Garnacho, I think he has been wasteful tonight. But yeah. I think our crossing could be better. But we've looked very good progressing the ball up the field. Our intricate passing in the middle has been very good. And we've stretched Nottingham Forest an awful lot at times. Again, put the ball in the net. What's been the issue? So, good bag of potatoes. Well, as it says, just look at how many times he lost possession in the first half in a game which Forest sat back and don't press at all. 16 times possession lost by Bruno in the first half, world record. I've no problem with the number 10 losing possession. No problem. A number 10 is supposed to lose possession in terms of trying to create. If my centre-back was losing possession 16 times, then you would be seriously concerned. But you can't create without being willing to lose possession, or else everything would just be sideways and backwards, and everything would just be counterproductive. Now, has he lost it maybe a little bit more than he should? Maybe so, but I'm okay with our number 10 losing possession if it means he's trying to create. I really am. Chris says Xerxes has been quiet. Garnacho making indecisive choices leading to losing the ball. Defence is fine. Casemiro making good tackles. Bruno needs to be involved more. Still a bit static up front. Yeah, it's been very good in the first and second thirds. You get to the final third, it looks, crossing has been poor. Decision making has been a little bit poor. Yeah. It's been the story of our season, really, hasn't it? But again, I mean, let me put it this way to you. If Anthony Elanga pulled his hamstring on the halfway line while he was running for that ball, when he scored that goal and it was still 0-0, would you all be this negative? I don't think you would be. I think that's a very positive first half by United. And we've got to realise here, Forest are a good side as well. They're third in the Premier League for a reason. United have hit the crossbar as well. Sells come out and made a really, really good save by Dorgu's cross for Garnacho as well. So, I mean, there's been chances there. There's been chances. Bruno's had 7 goals in his last 7 games. He's not the problem, says Finn. Chris says, could be because Forest parked the bus and counter. Yeah, I mean, and they're quite comfortable doing that. They're quite comfortable sitting back, soaking up possession, and we see the pace then of Anthony Elanga. You know? Jamie says, United have had a lot of possession, but haven't really done much with it. To be honest, all attacking players lose the ball a lot. To be more concerned if midfielders or defence was losing many times. That was exactly my point, yeah. Kevin says, Forrest will start to feel it in the legs late on. It might give the right player half a yard at the right time, but we need to keep the boot down and up the pace. I agree. Yeah, I mean, Forrest played 120 minutes, didn't they, on the weekend, only 3 days ago. So, yeah, it's going to be... it's going to be an interesting second half. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. As well, guys, while I've got you all here, and you're all in the chat, unfortunately, there will be no watch-along for the Manchester Derby on Sunday. Boo! I do apologise. It's just one of these things, bad timing. The missus is on a CPD course up in Dublin, and she's gone from 8 tomorrow until 8 in the evening, so unfortunately we can't do the alright?
Yeah, she's still wide awake if you want to say good night to her.
I went into her already before I came into you. Just leave it on the lock there. He's out for the count, is he? Let's see. I think we have played good, not great. We had some chances more than we have seen before, says Chris. Ushin says, Forest have always been a boffy side for us, going back to the days of Collymore and Van Hooijdonk. Remember Van Hooijdonk couldn't fit his name on the back of his jersey. Chris says, you have to remember Bruno has been playing a 6, not a 10, now a 10. Sometimes it changes the rhythm. Yeah, good point as well. Mazza needs to close Elanga and not worry about the guy wide. Oh, I don't know, but there's a guy right there with him as well. Dorgu was right there as well. I wouldn't be overly critical of Mazraoui, because if Mazraoui gets sucked into that to Elanga, then instantly he's passing it wide, and if the goal comes from that, then we're criticising him about closing Elanga when Dorgu was already there, you know. But yeah. Dara says, should be a good second half. I'd be surprised if we don't get a result. I vote the chairman does the live. I want. Will I be able to do that? I might be able to do that, actually. Maybe. We'll discuss. Yeah, we'll discuss. I just want to make sure that I'm going to be here. Should be here, yeah. Warren says, we can't be this far into the season and be surprised this United team have had gone in behind when we should be winning. However, the quality of our play has really improved. Finish strong is key. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm playing with your voice on my DJ mixer, says John. There we go. There we go. Dorgu way too slow to make the tackle. Or Anthony Elanga was way too fast for him to make the tackle. Depends on how you want to view things. Anthony Elanga is probably one of the fastest players in the league. But yeah. Honestly, not a huge criticism on Mazza. Just always take away the player in the centre. You run the chance that a bad pass is made. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I understand. I think ideally what you do is you close him down a lot higher up the pitch. Now again, if you look back at it, he's looking at Garnacho keeping pace with him and putting a challenge in, and unfortunately the challenge isn't made, and then all of a sudden he's on the edge of the box. You know what I mean? So he ran 80 metres in 8 seconds or 9 seconds or something. You got to take that into consideration as well. You know? But would you make any changes, guys? I mean, if we look at who we've got on the bench, you know, if people are not happy with Garnacho, for example, what about Mason Mount? Or does that take out maybe, like, is Mason Mount too similar to Bruno Fernandes? You know, are you keeping Garnacho on for a goal threat? Do you bring Rasmus Højlund on for Garnacho? Maybe drop Xerxes back into the 10? I mean, we're not blessed with options, really. Our Højlund is coming on, as I said. Here he comes. Who's he on for? I need to move that. He's on for Ugarte. So Mamadou Ugarte, so we know what's happening here. Bruno's back into the 6, Xerxes into the 10, and Højlund up front. Right, we're up and running. Right, let's get the change made here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so it looks like Bruno will be back into 6. Interesting. Ugarte off because of a long travel from international break? Probably. Yeah, I don't think he done an awful lot wrong, to be honest. De Ligt at least has come out in the second half. Looks to be moving all right in possession here now. Nice first touch there by Højlund. Garnacho slips him in to the channel. Does really well. Takes a deflection and it should be a corner. Yeah, good positive play by Højlund. He tries to G's up the... Yeah, corner for United. Good positive play. Good positive play at the start. Now, Bruno with the outswinger. Come on now, boys. Early goal here. Be brilliant. Ball in. Header! Oh, keeper says Casemiro there again. United are winning every corner nearly. Right into that front post area. Casemiro running around the corner. Just can't get enough power on it. And he's got it in the top corner nearly, but it's just floating towards it and Sells can get across. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Nearly at 50 likes, guys. That's a push in the back. That's a push in the back. Yeah, I mean, fucking Forrest are getting a corner of that. And fucking Yarrow is furious, and rightly so. Going up for a header and he gets a push in the back. Corner swung in now. Good header away there by Rasmus Hyland. Or Delict, I think, sorry. Ball coming back in a second time, though. Header down. Oh, what an unbelievable save by Onana. There's an offside flag in the build-up, but that was a world-class save. Wow. I mean, we talk about the criticisms, but he does have a couple of world-class saves in his locker, in fairness to him. And that certainly was one of them. Yeah, it's a great offside call. And a header down with real pace in it. He gets down and claws it out of the corner. Brilliant save. Oh, Xerxes with a terrible pass. Casemiro's going to get a yellow card here. He's furious about it. He's absolutely livid with the Nottingham Forest player. Let's have a look. It's a free kick, alright, but it's... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it goes down as if he's after getting... I mean, he's a fucking little weasel, that lad. It's not a yellow card. It's a foul. It's a free. That's all it is. United deal with the free kick. Oh, I was going to say, but Garnacho gives it away. Forest now. Strike. Gibbs White over the bar. Whoa. Nice turn by Delaw. Yeah, it's a good player. Dorgan now with a bit of space on the left-hand side. Numbers in the box. Oh, wrong decision. Wrong decision. And Alanga's away up the left-hand side. United do have numbers. Nico Williams has it now all the way out on the right-hand side. Yeah, and they win a throw. I mean, United were away, and it's all down to just poor decision-making. Dorgu has the opportunity to get a first touch. 3 players bombing into the box. Just open your body and get the ball in. Not at all. Go away to fuck, will ya? Fucking amount of these Forest lads going down. Look, he's back up then as soon as he doesn't get it. Fucking absolute cheating fucks. Shoulder to shoulder. Look, good shoulder to shoulder. Goes down holding his knee, you fucking cheating cunt. Look, looking up at the referee. Look, hand gone off the knee then and straight back up. You're a fucking disgrace. So you are. Take off Garnacho, says Mark. In fairness to Dargo, that ball took 3 to 5 business days to get to him. Big S says, I'm off to the Laba early start tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the game, guys. Appreciate you dropping by. As always, Big A. Sleep well, my man. Here's Dargo now, down the left-hand side. Again, miscommunication between him and Garnacho. Good defending by Yaro. Good play by Forrest now. Casemiro with the header away. It goes out all the way into Onana's hands. If I had my say, this going down, faking an injury to get a free would be a 10-game ban. Yeah, I mean, something needs to be done about it. You know, yellow cards starting me giving out about. But United haven't had the same sting about them in the opening 10 minutes of this first half than we did in the opening 10 minutes in the second half than we did in the first. And a little bit lackluster. Ball over the top now to Highland. It's the one thing that annoys me about Highland, besides the fact that he doesn't score goals, is that he's more focused. He's more focused on the contact with the opposition player than he is on controlling the ball. Right, come on, boys, to fuck, will ye? Nice ball around the corner there for Dargu. It's all a bit slow. It's all a bit delayed. Here's Garnacho now. Ericsson getting ready to come on. Dallo now tiptoeing into the box. Goes back to Casemiro. A little chip to the back post. Dargu is up there. Garnacho will get it at the back. He takes a strike. It's not a million miles away, but it's over the bar. Take a deflection. Casemiro's coming off. We're going very attacking here. Very attacking. Interesting. Very attacking. Casemiro and Ugarte, both number 6s, are off. That's offside, surely. Corner to Forrest. Forrest looking for a handball here. He's onside, in fairness. We need to finish our chances, says Ronan. Oshin says Ericsson as the sitting midfielder. This will be fun for 30 minutes. I know. Forrest swing it in. Good header away there. Ball back in. Xerxes does well to get a toe on it, but Forrest are picking up the pieces on the... Yeah. It's sloppy, lads. It's sloppy. Highland's touch is heavy and Bruno gives away the second one. It's fucking sloppy. Yeah, what are you going to do with that little prick now, ref? Fuck's sake. How are you not giving a yellow card for that little bastard? And fucking Casemiro got one for the same thing. It's like someone let the air out of the balloon at halftime. No spark, no. All very static. Or very lackluster. Slow. Sideways. Come on, ref. That's a free. How is that not a free? How is that not a free? He's climbing all over the back of him. There's Garnacho now. Wins a corner. Wins a corner. Come on, boys. We need a goal here. Come on. Ericsson out to swing it in. What does Ericsson do with corners? Doesn't beat the first man. And United have to go all the way back to Onana. Bruno now with a big switch to Dorgu. Great switch. Now get it out of your body and cross it into the box. Oh, Dorgu, you're having an absolute mare of a second half here, so you are. Really are having a bad second half. Nice ball by Bruno out to Garnacho now. Fucking stay on side, man, will ya? Kicks the ball away and I was going to get a yellow card. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Right. He's coming off, says Chris. Warren says, all the good play in the first half. Where's it gone? Genuinely think we should sign more Prowse in the summer just to take corners. We waste so many. Well, this goes back to what I said at half time, isn't it? That how many games would be different this season with United if we had have put away some of the chances, you know, when we start really well. Not taking chances, and then this happens, you know. Still could score, but here's Garnacho now, goes inside to Bruno. I mean, the fuck off, lads. I mean, this passing has been so sloppy. Here's Delon now. Cross. Oh, Dorgu tries to keep it in on the far side. Yeah, Forrest will clear. The passing has been really poor in the second half. Really, really poor. Forrest coming down the left now. Ball into the box. Comes to Elanga on the edge. United do have numbers back. Slows down the attack a bit. That's an elbow in his back. Bruno now, ball over the top for Garnacho to run onto. Counter-attack is on here. Rasmus Højlund is busting a go through the middle. Garnacho onto his right foot. Oh, takes two deflections and goes for a corner. What a challenge. Garnacho does really well. A really good step over and opens up and has space. But how that defender gets another toe back into that is beyond me. It's great defending. It's great defending. Ericsson on the corner now. Comes all the way to the back post. Strike near. Oh, wide of the fucking near post. Why can't we just score fucking goals, lads? No, he finally kicked it out. All of that time we were waiting for him just to kick the ball out. I mean, this fucking referee and linesman are having a laugh, so they are. They're giving us absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, about fucking time you gave one of them. Yeah, and give him a fucking other yellow card for dissent. I mean, how is he expecting to get anything else other than the yellow card there? Fucking stay at the walk on you as well. Bruno now with the free. Ball in. Headed back across by Delict. Highland just heads it down into keeper's hands. We're so shit up front by. It's not even funny. Now, Highland, bit of space. Decision making has been so bad today, lads, from everyone. Delon now with a big switch to Garnacho on the far side. He's got Dorgo on the overlap. Garnacho, will you just fucking go away, man, will ya? Jesus Christ. It's been a poor second half. Both sides, to be honest with you. Now again, Forest won't mind that obviously being 1-0 up, but United really good in the first half. Just lackluster in the second half. Again, it's the issues of not being able to put the ball in the net. Build-up play is good. Defending is good. Decision-making second half has been a bit off, in fairness. But, yeah, just no one to put the ball in the net, unfortunately. Ball over the top for Highland now. Does well to get inside. Needs an option. Garnacho. It's a great tackle. Too slow, lads. Too slow to make your mind up. Allowing defenders back. Goal side. Opportunities to get tackles in. Bruno now ball to the back post. Oh, Dorgu with a good header, and he's right at the keeper. Gibbs White now on the charge into the box. Great tackle by Matsraoui. Great tackle. Yeah, look, Gibbs White is down as if it should be a penalty. Doesn't get it and now's back up like every one of the Nottingham Forest players tonight. Great tackle by Matsraoui. Here's Dorgu now. Gives it to Garnacho. Mount is coming on for Xerxes in a minute. Oh, Delo with the cross. Yeah, does well. Wins a corner. Well done. Delo is actually not having the worst game in the world, to be honest with you. He's looked lively down the right-hand side. But it is Eriksson taking the corner again, and we know what that means. Oh, what's after happening in BT Sports there? The whole thing just blanked. Alright, it's back. Garnacho has it on the far side, and I don't have a dodgy box before anyone is saying it. Dorgu now cross into the box. No one there. Yeah, Langa's away, and Eriksson is going to take a yellow card there, and rightly so, and that's what should have been done in the first half. Take the yellow card. Oshin says, I'll be amazed if we get a shot on target in the last 15. Never mind score. Tricky says, can't make this stuff up. All these shots, no goals. And Oshin says, the low not having the worst game is all relative. Yeah, Mount is on for Xerxes. Referee's having an absolute mare of a game, in fairness to him. Delo goes up there and scissor kicks a ball at head height, and the ref doesn't. It's a free to Nottingham Forest, and the ref doesn't give it. He's having an absolute stinker of it, the second half especially. Decent play. Here's Garnacho running out. Gets it down to Dorgu. Dorgu just hangs one up there, but I mean, Oh, comes to Mount on the edge of the box. Strike! Oh, just wide. Oh. Forrest give it away. They get away with one there, in fairness. Mount, first touch probably, just falls to him. Opens his body, tries to place it in the far corner, and it's just wide. If the game was won on possession around the opponent's box, but not actually in it, we'd be top of the league. Yeah, probably. Oh, Langa's away from Yoro here. Great tackle! Lenny Yoro, boy. Fuck you, Gibbs White, you fucking prick. Ball out to Dorgu now. Gives it to Garnacho. Get your head up, man. Oh, fuck off! Great tackle by Lenny Yoro. Brilliant tackle. That's a brilliant tackle. Forrest into the box now. Yeah, well done again, Lenny Yoro. Chris, welcome to the members club. I didn't know you were gone. The worst 45 minutes under Amram. Oh, God, I don't know. It's one of the most boring. Boring, boring, boring. I'll try and figure out which one of these signatures is Yap Stam. Well, that's Clayton Blackmore anyway. Thought it was on auto renewal. Harry Maguire is coming on. I think he's going up front. Yeah, Lenny Yarrow's coming off. Oh, stick him up front to fuck. Go forward to back, stick him up front. Yeah, he is going up front. 4-4-2. Come on, the boys. Big Harry up front. Nod him on. Flick him on. Big Niall Quinn. Here's Garnacho now running at the full back. Wins a corner. All right, Big Harry's on the pitch. Hushin says 4-4-2. My God, it's finally happened. And me without a link or a camera. There you go. There you go. Harry Maguire saying to Hyland to go front post for the second ball back across. Now, Ericsson, just fucking reach him, will ya? Come on, Big Harry. No, Ericsson doesn't beat the first man as usual. Oh. Here's Garnacho now. Mount. Back to Dorgu. Cross into the box. Headed away. Get up, you fucking idiot. Yeah, stick around, guys. Stick around. We're going into a match reaction. I'd rather put needles in my eyes now than talk about this game. Six minutes of added time. Ball deep to Maguire at the back post. Ball comes back across. Oh, big shout for a penalty. Delo. Cross into the box. Headed away. Forrest are going to break here. It's 2-on-2. And one of them is Ericsson. Garnacho does well to get back. Yeah, well done, Garnacho. Well done, well done. Ball around the corner to Dorgu. Back across Maguire with the header. Oh, no. He heads it a mile wide. The ball was just behind him. Oh, the goal was at his mercy if he just timed his run right. And I forgot my chair was all the way back and forgot to frighten me life. Ah, it's behind him. Ericsson, first time ball over the top. Maguire is there, mixing it up, lays it down to Highland. He does well to win it. Needs some support. Gets it now with Ericsson on the edge of the box. Ericsson lays it to Garnacho with a strike. It's well blocked. Three minutes. Come on, lads. Ericsson's physicality is just non-existent, isn't it? Here's Dorgu now. Ball into the box to Maguire. Maguire heads it down. Oh, the defender gets lucky. But hits the back of his head. Dorgu now into the channel for Mount. Go down, Mount! Oh, another fucking Forest player down. What a bunch of absolute frauds. It's going to be a long throw now. Oh, he goes short to Garnacho. Garnacho will cross it in. Doesn't even beat the first man. I mean, fuck me, lads. Absolute dirt. Forrest on the break now. Can just eat up the clock. Yeah, it's a poor pass, and United will come away with it with Ericsson. Need to get forward. Left is where it is. That's where all the players are. Bruno gets it out to Dorgu. Cross into the box now. It's a good header away. It's going to be a throw to United right down in the corner. Long throw again. Here's Bruno now. Throw already taken. Cross. That's a throw to United right down in the corner. Don't you take it, Delic. Get in the box and flick it on. Size ya. Bruno now. Little chip. I mean, the crossing tonight has been terrible, lads. Well, you can add on at least 30 seconds, ref, because of that fraud going down. Who the fuck's eyebrows are there? Last chance now by the looks of it. Garnacho's going to run. Delo lays it off. Mazraoui's going to cross it to the back post. Maguire's there! Oh, it's cleared off the line! Oh, I think we hit the crossbar. Ericsson hit the crossbar. It's all over. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it anyway. Full time. Garnacho lies down on the pitch. Fucking useless. Full time 1-0. Yeah. Again. Story of our season. I mean, there's a lot of positives, but it's hard to focus on him. I mean, look at that. Look, last kick of the game. Ball cleared off the line. I mean, there are positives. There are positives. There are absolutely positives. You know, an awful lot of that game, United played really, really well. We're in control. Creating chances. Defending really well. Progressing the ball up the field. Passing is good. Patterns of play. All there to be seen. What's the fucking problem? Putting the ball in the bastard net. That's the problem. Same thing it's been all bloody season. Guys, smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. We're going to jump over to the match reaction, so just stay where you are. You'll automatically move across to the match reaction. We'll be live over there in 2 minutes time. Like I said, smash a like on the video on your way out if you haven't done so. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you over in the match reaction in a minute.